Why you make the welcome to the face-to-face with Bonnie Rexford Joseph. You know, but I think you guys come online. Let's do this thing. All right. So Bonnie, as we wait for our cherished viewers to come online, let's hold on. Let's give some 5 minutes for people to come online.
All right.
I hope you are good.
Yeah, I'm good. All right.
Okay.
The second half commences. It was such a one-sided first half. Might it be different this time round? So Inchu has it. Evans.
All right. So we're starting at 7:35. So let's wait for others to come online to join us.
Indeed.
Actually, even Muslim.
Now indeed. Here's Timmermans. Indeed. Now indeed. James Madison. Moving the ball neatly.
Tell him, like I said, this phone is better.
Decisive pass. Madison with it.
Yes, the boys should enjoy.
Boys prepared in the road.
Yeah, the boys should enjoy.
Yeah. All right, so we have 2 minutes more.
Lights and the baseball. Bikes, easy, it's easy. Them boys, cheesy. I'ma get it. Right, beat it up. Me on this beat, it go cause you some damages. Last year I went through some challenges. Industry, whole lot of hate. Charlie, can we just love one another with happiness? Fuck it.
Necessary, never necessary. You watch my mom with a piece of girl, which your love never fail. From the top, getting like girl, I know how. I'm sorry, and you give me the something. But I don't invite you, give me the something. I'm sorry, and you give me to everything, my baby. I never know. But I don't invite you, give me the something. I love it.
Alright, so we have about 50 seconds. Alright, so let's set the ball rolling. Alright, viewers, once again, my name is Bernard Na, and I'm with Watsuptek, and we are here live with Bonnie Rexford Joseph and President, SRC President aspirant, yes.
You already know. B for Bonnie. We there for you. B for Bonnie.
Alright. Alright, so let's start. With Master Bonnie, can you please tell us a little bit about yourself, a profile of you? Some of us, we don't really know you.
All right, thank you very much. Now, I'm grateful. My name is Bonnie Rexford Joseph, B4BONNEY, a candidate for the KNUST SRC presidential elections that have just been postponed due to the pandemic. we pray that we recover soon as a nation. I completed KNUST High School. I'm an branch here, and third year telecom engineering student, and a very proud member of Unity Hall at the Continental, and then a member of the Church of the Pentecost. And I'm a student activist. It means that I believe in what is right. I've been advocating so far, and then it's been good. That is Bonnie Rexford.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Bond. So far,
You're
with
welcome.
the break and the coronavirus pandemic, how are you coping? How is it affecting your life and everything?
All right. Life matters. I think that in any way, whichever way we start to think, we have to think about our lives first. That is why all these precautionary measures are there. So, as a citizen, I've just adhered to the rules that have been laid down by the World Health Organization, Ghana Health Service, government, and then the idea is that we are all in this together to care. And so I'm so much committed. I've just been doing as I'm supposed to, and then I don't sneeze into my palms, into the elbow. That's what I do. Into tissues and dispose them right after. And I wash my hands regularly and running water and soap. That is very regular. It could be 20 times a day. That's what I've been doing. I use sanitizers, and I'm just staying safe. I'm making sure I don't infect the other. Social distancing. I'm abiding. So things have been well. By God's grace, we are still alive.
All right. So from what we know, you are a presidential aspirant. So
Yes.
And we are on break, and God willing, when we come back, there will be election. And since we're on break now, what are you doing with your campaign? Are you campaigning or you are not doing anything? How is the pandemic affecting your campaign?
All right, now thank you so much for the question. I think that every day your action should be geared towards impacting lives, making lives better. As a student leader, I see myself, and as a leader, I see myself. I think that each day you wake up, you have a task to perform. Even in these times, you see, it has affected everything. The pandemic is still an unexpected situation. We weren't so much prepared for it. This doesn't mean it should call off our leadership abilities. We will have to continue to stand in. Now, I'm working. My campaign now is actually geared towards helping people, reaching out to a number so people could also help me. We interact and then make sure we stay safe. I think that all educational activities are on hold, and so campaigning for positions and all that are on hold for now. I have not tackled anything around that. What I'm doing now is my campaign against COVID-19, how to reach out to a number of students as a student leader. Now, my call is that in these times, student leaders should be very good.
All right. So I think we have some technical difficulties around. Yeah. So, Master Bonnie, what's your take on the e-learning? What's your take on the e-learning initiated by the
All
school
right.
administration?
I believe a number of students have chanced on my press release so far. A number of visits to various media, perhaps reaching out to a number of media platforms to help me put an idea across. You see, these are times, once again, these are times student leaders should be active. For example, I went to KNUST, visited a number of international students that are around, others off campus, some on campus, Brunei, and some people feel that they've been neglected. This is just a call. I'm not saying that the leaders are not working enough, but I just want to say that as much as possible, let us try and then get these people closer. They are students. Once they are enrolled, they become the responsibility of the school. My call is that let us not kill our leadership practices in these times. Let's show the people we are ready for them. Reach out to the number of students we can reach out to make lives better. Now on the e-learning, we have all these students also engaging in this e-learning. I think I watched the educational minister, Honorable Matthew Puku Prempe, on Good Evening Ghana on Metro TV. Now, they asked him the same question, you see, and then his point was that for a school like KNUST, we have about over 64,000 population. And when this implementation idea was introduced, we had about 30,000 students coming in for it. So he feels that at least there's some kind of acceptance and we should go by it. Now, my question is that 30,000 have shown interest. What about the other 30,000? I'm very sure that other 30,000 is more than half. Okay, so what are we doing for those people? Personally, as a student, I'm so concerned about this big class. When this thing came about, I knew that a number of students were not going to know how to use this virtual class. Personally, I've not experienced it so much. We are in school, like we do for com skills, for first years and all that. I think that if we were really going to prepare for something like this, we should have incorporated something like a tutorial on the virtual class, even if it was going to be a day, for all students within the university, so students could be acquainted with how to work on it. I sent the tutorials to a number of students, indeed a significant number. I had a lot of feedbacks, in fact, huge numbers. People replying to me, telling me the challenges they are facing, how to even log into the V class, how to actually send an assignment, how to receive an assignment. I think these are all things that I explained so much, but people are still not getting it. I think that this is because the Ghanaian system of education has not yet embraced the virtual class, and I think more has to be done. I stated clearly that there should be enhancements before assessments. Now, the idea about the e-learning being used for assessments, I do not support, because we have students who do not have resources to access. Now, it is very good. A lot of things are being put in place, but the resources are not there for students to access. You see, I visited a number of students today. People have been calling, checking up on. I visited them today. And then these people are still telling me we do not have the resources to access. Even if there are measures being put in place, we do not have the resources to do it. We do not know how to use it. We've not been oriented. Okay. So I think that these are all reasons that I'm saying now the e-learning, my suggestion is that the e-learning should serve as an online library. It shouldn't be used for assessment, so that students do not stay academically dormant. If you get a chance, if you get the exposure, go there, work on the virtual class in these times, get the exposure, know how to use it. All right. Also, learn a number of things that are coming, but it shouldn't be used for assessment. If you're assessing the 30,000 that requested, what about the other 30,000 that have not requested, that have not shown interest because of the challenges they are facing? So my point is clear. There should be enhancements before assessment. Until maximum efficient, the virtual class for assessment should stop.
All right. That's a nice contribution you've given us. So I just had a question from a viewer. The viewer says, do you think it's right for the hostels and halls to refund our money to us since we are not in school to complete the semester? Do you think they are supposed to refund?
I didn't hear you. I didn't get the question.
Do you think the hostels and halls in the school on campus are supposed to refund the money to us?
All right. In these times, all right, I think that lives are more important. Okay, lives are very, very important. The president acknowledged the fact that everything is going to affect the economy. Now, people should put or serve as sacrifices. Okay, these times are times we should even be thinking of how these monies that are still locked up in there are going to be used by people to feel comfortable. How we are going to use it to impact the lives of each and every student. This is a pandemic. Once we are alive, we thank God. And then we do not look at material things. That is my opinion. Okay? We shouldn't be looking at our material things for now. Our prayer should always be geared towards how we are actually going to what? Impact lives. Definitely we are going to get over this pandemic. It shall pass. So we are praying that it gets soon, as soon as possible, so we can get back to our normal studies. All right, and then we will just exhaust the monies we are talking about. Don't worry. Let's impact lives. That's all. Let's stay safe. That's the most important part.
All right. So Master Bonnie says our lives are important than our money. I don't agree to that though. I need more money. Life is always about money. So we're talking about money. What about the hostel prices?
All right.
Inflation every year. What do you think about that? About
Yes,
the hostel price?
hostel prices. Yesterday, I chanced on a number of hostel managers, right? And anytime I meet them, the conversation is around this. Student leaders, authorities, I believe that the core mandate is to actually advocate for students, make lives better for them. Now, we are talking about hostel prices. I think that bodies that are actually supposed to get on the ground to work, they are supposed to do something. You see, we have all these hostels around. A larger number of these hostels are not accredited. Okay? And if that happens, I don't know what is actually the sense behind it, because once they are housing students, they should be under the jurisdiction of the university. Okay, I think that a hub that is going to actually house all these hostels, make them accredited, so that they abide by standards that are set by the school, is could be achieved. Okay, it is very important. Hostel pricing, people are suffering. People having problems to eat a whole lot. I chance on a lot of females, even females. I always say this: females who do not even have places to put their heads, like personal rooms. Are you getting it? So it means that we have a lot to do. My point is that hostel pricing that is always booming, things should stay stable. I'm calling on school authorities because they have a hand in this. If we had a number of hostels that was going to be, I think, adequate to hold that over 64,000 population, I don't think that we would give a chance to people outside, okay, to just be naming prices and all sorts. The authorities should give chances to these private enterprises to come in, start building hostels, because now it is going to be a very difficult problem. If you say you are talking about hostel prices now, someone will go, all right, now the person will pay. If it's even 3,500, 4,000, that we are seeing that it's so much of an amount, someone will go and pay. A number of students will go in and pay. So it's kind of difficult now. That's why I'm saying the authorities should step in. And then, even it's a coalition they are going to form, get all those hostels on board, get them accredited to move by these standards. And then as we are working on this, my plea is that the authorities should give enterprises chances to also come build these hostels. I believe that with time, you see, I was asked this question at vetting that if I become a vice chancellor, what am I going to do? What I had on heart is that I am going to work on a 1 year, one hostel policy. Okay, that means after my 4 years of tenure in office, I would have built 4 of them. Are you getting my point? This is not beyond the strength of KNUST. And then, as we are working on this, giving private enterprises chances to start to build, it will get to a time these things are going to reduce. They are going to lessen pressure on the hostels off campus, and now we can really work on that prices that are booming. Okay, so there are actually realities on the ground that should be solved. Okay, so authorities should step in. They should work on these prices, get the hostels accredited, allow them to, or force them to go by the standards. The only difficulty is that what I told you. The only difficulty now is that some people will go and pay, but I think that with time, as they are engaging them, getting them accredited, we can all come together to a consensus, get a correct price, subsidized prices for students to afford. It should be based on facilities. How proximity, you get it? How near or closer or further the hostel is from the school. Are you getting it? The main campus. These are all factors we can put into consideration. Once they are accredited, you can, based on all these factors, to tell that a hostel like this, these are the prices you should be working on. Because you might have hostels that are very far away now, but their prices are so much that students can't even afford. I get it. They might not even have facilities, far away from school, security problems, study rooms they might not have, but they just charge. I think that authorities should just step in. TV rooms are not there. Authorities should come in. My plea. We can't just be coming, making promises and just be failing. We can start something now. Even if it's a minute we are going to work, I think we can achieve something.
All right.
It's my plea.
So, from what he said, Mr. Bonnie says 1 year, one hostel. That would be a nice policy. Yeah, shout out to Baby Zapia 49. She's typing some wonderful questions around. So let's see. Bonnie, let's talk about yesterday. IDRC to Engineering Gate Road. We saw some videos and some pictures flying about. So can you brief us more on what is what? We don't know. People are claiming they did it. The credit has to go to the one who what ends it. Yeah. So can you talk about that?
All right. Thank you so much for the question. Actually, I started this whole project because I felt that this was an issue that had to be addressed. Okay. The life of every student matters. You are a responsibility of the institution. And so my point is that at every point, your interest should be served. So I started this thing feeling that students are really agitating. A few weeks before the pandemic, I received a lot of suggestions from students. I petitioned, a number of petitions, getting students to append their signatures. All those things will confirm. Getting students to actually attach signatures. A number of students, different petitions, different students, and I got the chance to petition a number of authorities. Now, I based on these responses, and then decided to also divert my attention to some of the contractors. You know, contractors are just directly related to these routes. Okay, a number of petitions were forwarded to these contractors, and then in fact I've been pressing on. I had a call yesterday. It was actually the day before yesterday, and then it was in the evening that I had the call from the contractor that I was supposed to be there in the morning because the petition had yielded some results, and so a machine would be forwarded to us to start working on the road. Now I got there, I met the man, we talked about it. Actually, the man is the major financier of everything. Okay, mine was a petition, and then I pressed on it, sensitizing him on how important it was to make students' life better. And then that was the result. So now I got there, and then I gave the directions as to how the machine should work, how it should be to better the life of everyone. Now, I saw some pictures going around. That means people had started reporting what was there. So far, I want to state clearly here, this has not been any collaborative. There has not been any collaborative thing here. I worked on this personally. I've been working with these people, with this man who decided to help personally. I understand that these flights that are coming from the students is some sort of collaborative. They brought in the ideas. But people going around claiming, just because of political points, claiming that there's something under the mask that I'm trying to hide. I have no business in that. I think we should put a stop to it. Now, I believe in the greater good, a service to humanity. Okay? We have a number of people that are actually coming in after what they did yesterday. People coming in to just state it clearly. I have a number of SRC executives calling me personally to tell me that they have no idea about the project that's ongoing. So I don't know if a group of people sat down to maliciously fabricate this against me to win. I have no idea. And then my whole passion was not about the political point, at least to serve the interest of the students. At the end of the day, whatever points you are going to get is because of the work you've been able to achieve. You get it? The work you've been able to do. All right. Now, the work is on hold. Okay. Because the major financier sees it's that even the public is not acknowledging his work. Are you getting my point? The perception out there is that credit is being given to a certain MP, the Foricum MP, that he is the one working there. But it is not true. And so the man feels that this shouldn't happen. And so things are on hold now. Personally, I think that it is for the greater good. So I'm still working on it to make sure that we all come together and make it happen. When I was there yesterday, working with the contractors, working with the operators, a number of shop owners around showed so much interest. Many were full of praises. But their concerns were that if we come to level the road this way, you see, with time it will rain. Even if it's not raining, Hamatan will bring dust. If it rains, there will be more holes created, more potholes created. Are you getting my point? So my idea now is that we should gear our minds towards getting this done. So far, I am saying that I'm condemning all those political backings behind people claiming all sorts. I'm not claiming glory here. You see, I started this thing. People are saying that they were part. That should be it. You get it? People should come in and then make this happen. Shop owners are interested. They are saying that for now, for what we've been able to achieve now, how committed we are, they are ready. If we come to them with the plea that they should support us, get some gravels to fix the road, they are ready to do it. Are you getting my point? Sure. If you want to support, my point is that come on board. Stop all those political enchanting and all that. Let's stop. Let's pause everything here. Think about the greater good. This is KNUST. The life of the student matters. What I was disappointed in was that people started that what we are supposed to do now is join hands and make something happen. We are done with the first phase. Today, I went to the contractor. I explained a lot to him. For now, things are on hold. You see, people are claiming that collaborative. Now, I'm asking this question. Now, things are on hold. Why are things on hold now? I'm telling you now, things are on hold. Why didn't machines go to work today? You get my question? Because collaborative effort, I know that this would have been something easy for us to do. Let us not do that. I understand that the SRC had a lot of plans. I won't underestimate that fact. The SRC has served the interests of the students. It has worked very hard enough. Salute, I get it. They had a lot of plans around that. Yesterday, the SRC Transport Commissioner said that the SRC Transport Commissioner would have known something about such an innovation. Are you getting it? But he made it clear that they have no idea, though they had plans for it, but had not been yet initiated. So what was happening? You ask yourself. I won't just go and stand there for points. What kind of points? I seek no reward here. We can do something together. This is what we should think. Look, aside money and power, conversations matter. Okay? Aside money and power. I've always said that you may not necessarily need to be in position to cause a change. If you are determined, you can do something. You see, I went to the contractor today. If I had political points, now people have caused some damage there. People thinking that Bonnie is not trustworthy. Bonnie went there just to tag himself with it. But he spearheaded it. Are you getting it? So I just want people to know that not for any political points. Today, I rushed to the contractor, explained things to him that let's just get this done once and for all. I know where this is coming from. I just don't want to think that it is some kind of political massage people want to do. Let's not talk about it. The interest of the student first. I am calling on a number of people. The first phase is done now. Okay, the first phase is done. We are working in the second phase. We are trying to prepare a number of things. Come on board. Now, we've actually worked on the length. There's another length to continue. Okay. Now, there are these very large holes behind Kanam Hostel. Now, yesterday I met the hostel manager, and then they have some plumbing work fault. Are you getting it? They are fault with their plumbing work, and so there's an amount of water always it rains. It is collected at that point. So we've just asked them to work on the plumbing issues, and then we will just come and then make sure that the other length will just be covered. My point is that let us stay devoid of these political talks. Let's get this thing done. Each year, people will go there, have ideas of working on this, but they get no results. You know why? Sake of these political issues. Let's make the difference now. If anyone wishes to support, I'm ready. If anyone wishes to support, I am ready. All authorities, I'm still petitioning. I'm still working on them. Get gravels, get some quarry, go to some quarrying sites so they could get some gravels to come in and start to fix the road. If you have any interest, people should not tag this with political talks. Let's come together, let's join hands and make something happen. That is my plea. That is my plea. So talking about the IABS Engineering Gateway, the project that went on yesterday, it was I spearheaded it, petitioned, and then it yielded results. The machine came. People should not tag that with these political talks. We are ready to work. I've always said that it is time to build. The time we've been talking about is now. If we continue to lie to ourselves, we will just be procrastinating. When? You see, the number of people the school is going to actually admit, God willing, next academic year, we are all aware. PSHS, people, a number of people are coming in. So if you continue to procrastinate, look at our problems. You just look at how things are going to be. So if you are advocating,
okay, Bonnie.
student leaders should rather join for us to advocate and make something happen. That is all.
Bonnie, can we get a name of the financier or something?
All right.
The person who is in charge, if not the MP, then who is the financier?
The financier was working this not because of any political points. He told me point blank that he didn't want his name out. Please, are you getting my point?
All right.
I have not named. Now, people who are claiming have no evidence that they are actually working there. They say they have plans for it, but has not started. Now, we are working on it. The financier is working. He has halted. I'm talking to him, but still, he just doesn't go with the fact that I should let his name out. So now, that is where I would like to stay. That is the domains I would like to stay inside.
All right. So
we are just
from what you said, you are saying the Fulcrum MP is not in charge of this project.
He's not in charge. Oh, this is not a government work. What is happening now is not a government work. I want people to know this. This is not a government work. The Fulcrum MP has nothing to do with it. Pictures people were releasing are pictures some years back saying that they had plans. Are you getting it? Now the thing is happening. You just want to associate yourself. I'm not saying that we will all at the end of the day be applauded. But for now, let's get the thing done. People behind, you get the people behind telling people, let's do this way, let's do this way. I'm a student. I desire to be a student leader. I cannot stand against the SRC. This is a body I want to serve. So the executives, I'm saying that it is a plea. Let us just be fair to ourselves. Get on board and get this thing done. That is my plea. All right. Before students come back to school. All right.
Thank you. So that means our financier is anonymous. We don't know who is financing the project.
Yes, for now. If it comes,
you are the only person who knows.
It will be very important for me to declare. I'll just let you know about that.
All right. So we hope to know the financier very soon. All right. So Bonnie, when school reopens, are you going to continue to campaign, or you are just going to sit back? I don't know. Just tell us what you'll be doing if we get back to
when school resumes.
Yeah.
All right. I believe that for each academic year, we will still need student leaders to actually stand in for the student body. I will go around to pitch my message. Let people know that the time is now. We can't continue to procrastinate. We can't continue to be shifting times. A time giving you is an opportunity. It's up to you to make something good out of it. I'm praying now. For now, it's my prayer that this thing passes soon, this pandemic passes soon. We all recover, get back to our normal studies, interact more, just speak to ourselves, sit down together, and start to reflect on how we want our institution to appear in some years' time. It starts from now. Are you getting my point? I started speaking to a number of people, a number of policies coming on board, student lives that matter because of security issues. Security off-campus security issues are hanging now. We continue to say that off-campus security. When? So a number of students lose their lives? No. So the point now is that it is time. This is the time. Are you getting my point?
Sure.
Hostel prices, you get it. We should start from now, so that some years' time, things will be very stable, highly, totally. One college, one project, a very important policy. You see, during COVID-19, now we are calling for people with talents to come out with innovations that are going to help us combat COVID-19. The president acknowledges people like this. The world acknowledges people like this.
All right, I think Bonnie, we are really running out of time. So,
all right,
I'll give you a minute. I'll give you a minute to give us a message for the SRC and the school populace. Anything you have for us?
All right. Now, my the little contribution I'd like to do is that let us all stay calm and adhere. Our lives are very important. Our lives are very important. Now, to the current executives, there are international students still on campus. My plea is that they continue to reach out to such students, some off campus. Cautious. Pray for the world. That is it. We are calling for peace. This pandemic, a lot of lives have been lost. Are you getting it? The others in crucial, very critical conditions, people losing their lives. My point is that now we just have to take good care of ourselves. Even though there's no lockdown now, if you have no business outside, I beg, stay inside. Keep yourself safe, protect your families, adhere to precautionary measures, and pray. Let us all pray, join hands and pray that we are going to overcome this thing soon, get back to school, and then get back to our normal activities and start something. Let us work, let us build. I think the time is now. My plea is that students should just stay devoid of political issues now. For now, if you can impact lives, do it. I've been active in this during this pandemic, reaching out to people, donations. I'm not boasting, donations. I have no political thing behind this. I want to make an impact. So I reach out to people. Today I went to visit a number of students in some rural areas because of their conditions. I've been calling people, a significant number of people, checking up on them, knowing how things are faring with them. And then I'll be working on that, reaching out to a number of people. Student leaders shouldn't be dormant now in these times. Student leaders should be very active. They should be reaching out to students, checking up on them, and making sure their lives are better. That is what we can do now. And then hope that things get better soon. There are students also at Confanoche. They are also assisting the frontline health workers. You get it, students who are putting their lives at risk. I just want to acknowledge them. I just want to say a very big thank you. God bless them so much. The kind of love they've shown assisting frontline health workers to actually tackle COVID-19. This is a thumbs up to them. And then I said that may the good Lord bless them. People should start sensitizing themselves on how to make impact on the lives of other people. You are relevant. You should know you are relevant to the country. That is why I always say KNUST needs you, Ghana needs you. You are very important. Know that and then act accordingly. Now I am calling on all. If you have anything on board, any idea, just get closer. Let's talk. Let's do things together. All right. We have no time to waste. Let's save our lives. The idea is to make KNUST a better place. The idea is to make Ghana a better place. Don't think that it is usually brain, not brawn. Are you getting it? Don't think that you are too small to do something. The little thing you can do in your capacity to make the life of another person better is very important. Just start to work on it, develop on it, okay, and then make impact. I think that we all overcome this. As the president has said, I want to say a very big thank you to the president of Ghana, security, the frontline health workers, everyone involved, people who are working tirelessly, individuals who are actually donating, people who just want to see that people are okay. I just want to say a big thumbs up to them. I salute them. I pray that God will continue to give them the strength to continue to do it. Do your part, I'll do my part, and I know that definitely Ghana will be a stable place. The world will be a better place. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very, very much. Also, do your part, and I'll do my part, and I think Ghana will be a very peaceful place to be. All right, so everything.
All right. All right, so say hi to all KNUST students.
All right, thank you, Bonnie. Everything that has a beginning has an end. So I think time is not on our side. So this is Watsuptek live on IG. You know, ladies and gentlemen, there'll be more coming up. SRC aspirant from the president to the women commissioner. So Bonnie, thanks for having you.
Thank you so much. I'm grateful. And then
All
have
right,
a nice
so
time.
viewers,
Stay safe.
All right, viewers, I think I've seen our Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament joining us. Wow, that's impressive. So more aspirants will be coming up. I think next week, Monday, we will have a fellow presidential aspirant, Samuel Sessa, also on this page. So look
All
sharp
right.
and join us.
I'm saying hi to Samuel Cesar. All right.
Okay.
Cesar, stay safe. Okay, we'll be talking.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us. Stay safe.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Huh. Huh.